What if I told you that there are 4 towns around Raleigh, North Carolina that are quietly exploding in 2026? And most people won't even realize it until it's already too late. I analyzed over 50,000 home sales from the last 2 years to create what I call a boom index that shows where the next major growth markets are. And today, I'm letting you in on the top 4 before they go fully mainstream. But before I give away the list, my name is Matt Martin, and not only am I a Raleigh-based realtor, but I'm also a transplant to the Triangle region, originally from LA and New York City. I've helped tons of clients just like you do exactly what I did back in 2021 and relocate to the Triangle region of North Carolina. So if you're looking to do the same, I'd love to help you too. All right, let's get nerdy really quickly, and don't worry, I'll keep this simple. I mentioned this boom index that I created, which really was just a way to make sense of the more than 50,000 sales across the Triangle region over the last 2 years, 2024 and 2025. So what factors contribute to a market being labeled a boom? Well, you can't boom without building, so one of the most important metrics was new construction sales. But if new construction is just replacing resale homes, that doesn't show signs of growth. So I also looked at overall growth of each city in both actual units sold and percentage growth year over year. I then did some weighting of each of these metrics to come up with an overall score for each city. And of course, to be considered a boom market, the city had to have grown more than the region overall, which was pretty much flat between 2024 and 2025. But some of these markets I'm about to tell you about saw growth of 20, 30, or even 68% year over year. Now that screams boomtown. All right, GeekFest aside, let's get to the list. First up, we have Garner. Garner abuts Raleigh to the south, so it was a natural contender for growth as people started to get priced out of the state's capital. And while it spans a large area, the northern parts are only about 10 minutes from downtown, so you have really easy access to just about everything. You have a cute downtown, you have the White Oak Shopping Center, easy access to multiple highways, and the newest Costco in the region. And while that alone should tell you that this is a boomtown, let's look at some of the actual numbers. Garner saw the highest volume of sales growth of any city in the top 4, with 225 more sales in 2025 than the prior year. That represents a 27% increase as compared to the overall regional growth of just 1.76%. So tons of people are moving to Garner. And over 200 of those new sales were new construction, while resale homes also went up slightly, which means the demand is just up across the board. But it also means developers are seeing major potential in Garner and building a lot here. And it's not just single-family homes. Townhomes and condos grew by over 60%, so we're seeing more density being brought to Garner as well. Now, the biggest contributors to this growth in Garner were the communities of Annandale, which is a large community with multiple contributing builders, Lennar, Shenandoah Homes, and Adams Homes. And then there's Magnolia Park by Mattamy, and finally Renaissance by White Oak by Mungo, who's actually my favorite builder in this price point. And together, those 3 communities added over 70 new construction sales to Garner in 2025. The median single-family home price in Garner at the end of 2025 was $440,000 and just $313,000 for townhomes and condos, which actually are both down from 2024. You see, all that new construction is driving competition, which has cooled prices off some in Garner, so it's a great time for you to get in. Another area that's seen explosive growth is Knightdale. Knightdale is just east of Raleigh, so like Garner, it provides incredibly convenient access to downtown in about 15 minutes. Plus, it's bordered by I-540, which we call the Outer Beltline, for convenient access to RTP and RDU in 30 minutes. And the final leg of I-540 is now under construction, which will finally close the entire Beltline and connect Knightdale to its neighbors to the south. Add to that some great parks and affordable homes, and it's a great option if you're looking to be close to the action, but in a slightly quieter setting. So why is Knightdale on the boomtown list? Not only did total sales grow about 22% in 2025, but it was completely driven by new construction sales. Resale homes were flat year over year. So developers are investing big time in Knightdale. And one thing that's super interesting about Knightdale is that townhome and condo sales more than doubled. So like Garner, we're seeing developers lean into density in Knightdale, which is a sure sign of a boomtown. The biggest contributor to this explosive growth is the subdivision of Stone River by Lennar, which contributed more than 120 new home sales in 2025. That was followed by Taylor Morrison's Silverstone community and D.R. Horton's Haywood Glen, which together contributed nearly 75 more sales to Knightdale than the previous year. In terms of prices, it's very similar to Garner, with the median single-family home coming in at $436,000 and townhomes sitting around $355,000. And again, these are lower than the median sales prices in 2024. So it's a great time for you to get in for a deal in Knightdale. All right, we're halfway through the list, which is a great time to remind you to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And if you want to be alerted to my new videos each week, go ahead and click that bell icon as well. Your feedback and support helps me keep creating this content for y'all. All right, back to the list. We covered the city immediately to the south of Raleigh and then the city immediately to the east of Raleigh, so it only makes sense to continue the trend counterclockwise to get to our next boomtown, Rolesville. This is the community immediately to Raleigh's northeast, and it's such a hidden secret that many locals don't even know where it is. But it's just 25 to 30 minutes from downtown Raleigh and 30 minutes from RTP and RDU because of its close proximity to that outer beltline. And since you're right between Raleigh and Wake Forest, you have multiple options nearby. Plus, it was just ranked North Carolina's safest city by Safewise. So Rolesville's still small, but it's mighty. It had the highest percentage of sales growth year over year at a whopping 68%, up from just 128 sales in 2024 to 215 in 2025. And as expected, most of this is driven by new construction, though resale homes were also up by nearly 20%. Pretty much all the new construction growth was driven by Ashton Woods' new community called The Point, which brought over 80 new sales to Rolesville in 2025. In terms of prices, it's very similar to the other two boomtowns, with the median single-family home coming in at $456,000 and townhomes sitting around $337,000. And again, these are lower than the median sales prices in 2024, so all that new construction is bringing competition to Rolesville that's actually made it a bit more affordable for now. And finally, to get to our last boomtown, we're gonna head south, where you're gonna find your absolute best deals. I'm talking about Angier, and yes, it's pronounced Angier, not Angier. Now, Angier is gonna have a very different feel to anything else on this list. It's the smallest town with a population of only about 8,000 people, so it's gonna feel like a smaller, more rural town. Located about 21 miles south of downtown Raleigh, and it's benefited tremendously from the recent opening of the Outer Beltline Southern Extension, which has dramatically reduced drive times to the airport, Durham, and RTP, all of which explains why the area has seen such tremendous growth. And if you love crepe myrtle trees, Angier is known as the town of crepe myrtles, which is actually my absolute favorite tree in the Carolinas. And they host the annual Crepe Myrtle Festival every year, which draws about 20,000 visitors to the community. But back to why it's on the boomtown list. Angier had modest growth overall of just 6%, but this was all driven by new construction. In fact, this was the only place on the top 4 where resale decreased year over year. So this tells me that people are finding out about Angier and moving there for the new builds. And they're mainly moving to 3 communities: Camden Place by Taylor Morrison, Honeycutt Oaks by D.R. Horton, and Sherry Downs by Lennar. Together, these communities accounted for over 150 new construction sales versus 2024. What's also super interesting is that townhomes account for virtually all the growth, with Andrew seeing the second highest number of townhome sales on the entire top 4 list. And it's only a 3 square mile town. So clearly people are moving here for low maintenance, new construction living at an affordable price. And when I say affordable, I mean the lowest prices on this list. We're talking about median single-family home prices of just $360,000 at the end of 2025. And those townhomes I just mentioned, the median price is just $245,000. No wonder everyone is flocking here. And as the entire southern region of the Triangle continues to boom, including places like Clayton, Willow Springs, and Fuquay-Varina, Angier is surely poised for growth and appreciation. So the secret's out, and now you have the insider's guide to the top 4 boom markets across the Triangle region of North Carolina. Which one is the most exciting to you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're ready to kick off your home hunt in the Triangle region of North Carolina, be it in one of these boom towns or anywhere else, I'd love to be your guide. You can reach me by phone, email, or text, and you can find all my contact information in the link below or by scanning this QR code right here with your phone. And if you liked this video, I have a whole catalog of others all about moving to, living in, and buying real estate in and around Raleigh, North Carolina. Here's another one here that you may like, so give it a click to keep on watching.